All right, everyone. Here we are with ticker symbol IDEX, Ideanomics Inc. Before we get started, I do want to state some things. If you learned something new, subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, hit the like button for me to let me know you watched it and found it helpful. And you are more than welcome to go ahead, and I encourage this, to comment down below any information you would like to share, or even share this with your friends and community. Share my channel, share my videos so they can receive insight as well. So let's jump into this one. The first thing is the support level has turned into the new resistance level. It was broken through and the bears just tore this one apart, right? Incredible. Incredible how the Bears have just appeared and they are dominating this one. But this is a very stretched um, situation right now, and honestly, it's very tight here. This is very narrow, basically, in terms of how close the support is to the closing price, and how close the support level is, and how close the 50-day moving average is. Well, the first thing, since I'm already there, the 50-day moving average is 143. That is the key indicator on where this is really going to go. As long as it stays below that, we're in a bearish chart. The bears are in control. And that's something that has been going on for the last couple days, right? Almost a week now. This has been in a very bearish trend, right? It reached a high of 248, and from there on out, it's just fallen. Bulls try, bears destroy, bulls level out, bears destroy, bulls level out, bears destroyed. Now, this one, incredibly, right, is interesting. Why? This was total bears destruction and leveled out with bears. Why is that interesting? Well, if you look back, right, let's not go that far because I don't want us to get confused. Bears, right? Bulls level out. Bears, bulls level out. Bears, bulls level out, right? Towards the end of the day, there's no bulls, but it leveled out. What that tells me is either traders slow down on volume trading. There was a lot less trading going on. People were trying to slow down on trading, right? And some people were choosing to hold, or the bears run, right, is getting to a point of exhaustion. They're getting exhausted. That's what I'm trying to say. Wow, my tongue got all rumbled up there. I apologize for that. But there's a point of exhaustion here that is being reached. And if the Bears finished it and they leveled it out, pretty much it leveled out, slowly fell. It's a matter of time where this is actually going to probably turn around. Just based off of the charts. No news, not the brand, not the market, you know. I don't know when. I can't predict that. I can't tell you that. But that's something to really keep in mind. If tomorrow bulls appear a little bit in terms of like 1, 2, 3, 4 candlesticks throughout the day, right? And then it falls down harder, then the bulls try to bring it up, but they didn't level it out. Depending how it finishes, it could tell you what's going on with this chart. But this is just a really key indicator on how in the near future this is reaching as bearish as it can get, right? It can continue. I'm not saying it won't, but if it leveled out on its own with a bearish, finish, and let's just say that this continues to fall, right? In a slope, downward. This is a bearish trend, but this right here is leveled out. And usually the way that happens is when the bulls appear. The bulls appeared, right? And then this is the bearish trend. But for a stock to level out like that slowly, like it's landing, right? And it's just leveling out, that right there, to me, very interesting. And let me see if I can find, here's another, yeah, good example. It's not as clear as that one, but right here, very, very bearish trend, leveled out a little bit because of the bulls. And then right here, you have a nice little flat leveled out, and look what happened after, right? Then if you go back over here, let me zoom in so we can see this better. Um, Bearish trend, right? Leveled out. Okay, the run continued of bears, right? But it leveled out here mostly with bears. And then there was a slight small fall off, and then boom. So what that usually states is that either if the company's going to continue to thrive, right? Because I'm not sure completely how much more can the company thrive or how much less, but um, according to whatever you guys know on the news and stuff, that's something that I would keep a close eye on, because when this levels out on its own and there's no bullish chart like candlestick, that's a key indicator that there might be a turnaround. I'm not sure how soon or how far, but it tends to change because there's an exhaustion point on how many shares could be sold or could be shorted or so forth, right? And maybe even like there's expiration dates of contracts of people shorting, and those things are coming to an end, and this just kind of slowly stayed there. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to go back up just because that's showing, or this is going to go straight down. I mean, there's still the uncertainty. That's why we always want to look at these levels of resistance and support. And I want to apologize to everybody that's just trying to look at the chart and wants to know the resistance and the support, but I really needed to point that out. I hope that um, most of you grasp what I'm saying, or all of you, right? And understand where I'm going with that, because that's a key indicator that there could be a turnaround. I'm not sure how soon. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow. I'm not sure it's within the next week. But just seeing it like that, if it was to slightly fall a little bit more throughout the week and stuff, there's going to be a turnaround. I mean, once you start seeing candlesticks like this and a bullish run, I mean, it's gonna go back up. I'm not saying it's gonna go back up to once where it was, but there's gonna be a jump at some point, because it's just the chart is showing it. So let's go ahead and look at the 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average is 143. Very important. Once that's crossed, new support levels can be broken, and this can turn into a bullish chart. But before bulls get there, they need to break through 136. If 136 is broken through and used as support, then there could be a slight chance, right? Because they're not too far away at that point to break through the 50-day moving average and turn this around. But first, that needs to be broken, used as support, be tested, and maintain itself up here to work its way towards new resistance levels. On the other hand, we have the, let me move this exactly to where it goes. We have the, let's try this out. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Okay. We have the support level here that the bear's goal is to break through it, and that is 125. This closed out at 127. This is a very close one. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how it plays out, because of the fact that it's so close. Either the bears are going to continue tugging their way down, right? or the bulls can start to appear. And that's why this small indication here that it just flattened itself out instead of being steep, because if this is all bearish, right, this could have been just a whole steep downward trend. It just leveled out. So I mean, that's very interesting in my opinion. Very interesting to see in the chart. Um, we'll see how everything turns out tomorrow, but for the most part, if this support level is broken, the bears are continuing to gain their control, but the bulls can appear and bring this one back up to new levels of resistance. So, because they can stock up on shares, take advantage of the price, and bring this one in a different direction, in an upward direction. So, that is very important to keep in mind. As always, if you learned something new, subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, hit the like button for me and share this with your friends and community. And guys, I just want to go ahead and apologize one more time, because I know a lot of you are looking for the resistance level and the support level and the 50-day moving average so that you guys can just know your cues, but I had to. I had to point that out, because every time it levels out like that on its own, right, that you see a bearish level out a couple times, right, all of a sudden it ends right there, and then comes the boom. Because look, this was 26, that's how it ended, and then there was a slight touch. So let's just say that the bulls didn't do this, right, that first touch, boom, 29th, look what happened. So every time it's leveled out like that, this is not as accurate as what I'm saying. This is closer to what I'm saying. And another one is right here. If you go ahead and look at those leveled out moments, right, of the stock, it leveled out here about 6, 7, candlesticks, and then obviously bullish level outs happen, and then the 19th it went up, and then it just continued that run throughout the end of the day, and then obviously over the weekend it exploded, because it went from 19th to the 22nd. So this was probably a Friday, and then the 22nd this happened. So that's what I'm seeing. We're still early in the week to know exactly how this level out is going to act. I don't know if it's going to act earlier, if it's going to act later, but that's a very interesting indicator on how much exhaustion the bulls are causing on the bears, because the bears are, when they appear, and if all their candlesticks are right there aligned, for the most part it's steep. It's supposed to be steep, and it was steep, and then it just slightly leveled out. So we'll keep an eye on this one for sure. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys found this video informative and helpful.